Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're here, please go down below, like and subscribe. I'm going to get into something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that is the trifecta in NFT world. Basically, there's the founders. If the people have a track record and they have done great companies in the past, it makes it a lot easier to bet on them. Then there's the concept, right? Is that art is good? Is it something catchy? Is it something cute? Is it something relatable? Can it go where a lot of people can relate to them and wear them as their PFP, etc., etc.? That can be a thing. And then is there utility? Right? Is there some kind of aspect to the project where you're going to get access to something that's actually valuable? Maybe is there utility where you can make more money passively? That's one of the most powerful ways to get utility, and these would make the trifecta, right? Founders, utility, art. Generally speaking, if you get good founder, a lot of times the project is just a PFP like every other with no utility. If you get great utility, like a Wolf game, where you can literally make thousands of dollars every single day just by holding the NFT, the founder is anonymous. But what if there was ways to get people, projects where the founder is great? I'm talking about top tier. They worked in PIXAR and stuff like that. The utility is great, there's a potential to make passive income, and the art is good. Those are the projects where you can be confident, get in, sell a percentage of your stake in your investment or in the coming days, weeks, and letting the rest ride for 5, 10, 30 X's. In this video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. I have 3 projects for you, and one of them is going to be something that you probably heard about, one of them is a pretty new concept, and the third one is the absolute banger. So hang on to the end, because that's what I'm going to get into towards the end. Without further ado, let's get into it. So before we actually jump into the projects, what I have pulled up on my screen right here is some of the calls I made last week. I made 2 calls in the video. That was NFT Worlds and World Wide Web. When I mentioned about World Wide Web, it was 0.14. So it's pretty much around a 3 or a 4x already this week. And I sold this one for a profit at 0.5. And let's see where the rest goes. I'm bullish on this project, but I didn't want to hold on. I need some liquidity. This one though, when I mentioned it was 0.3, it's roughly a 2x right now, but I am holding because I'm a little bit more bullish in this one in comparison to World Wide Web. But if you watched my video last week and if you wanted to participate in it, you'd be at least in a 2 to 5x already on your investment. Both 2 out of 2, both calls that were made did pretty well. I'm not going to say that's going to happen all the time. Just wanted to point that out so I can get some of the credit for the calls I made. Alright guys, the first project. I'm sure you've heard of this one. It's been talked about a lot and a lot of channels are covering it. Squishy Squad by Bento Boy. But I want to give you my quick thoughts on it as it is minting tomorrow. And yeah, let's get into it. So basically the first thing I want to say is, skipping a lot of the basic stuff that a lot of people do with charities and etc. Here's where the cool parts come in. Well, it's one of the first projects to have some kind of physical aspect to it. Now, am I going absolutely crazy that, oh my god, we're getting a physical thing, I'm definitely gonna buy it? Well, not really. I don't even know what it looks like. What it tells me more than anything is that, okay, this person is willing to put the effort to get something custom made where he doesn't really need to, right? Like, this project will sell out pretty easily based on the people who are talking about it and also JRNY being behind it. But he's willing to put in the work to have this special thing happen for his community for like as an added bonus. So it tells me that his commitment is there, okay? This is probably what I'm most bullish on about the project, right? I'm a fiend for NFT alpha, right? And anything that can help me make better trades, right? I actually don't use a lot of the tools that are out there right now, but I'm always looking forward to try out some new kind of tools. And since I want to be in a community where people are going to be talking about alpha and he comes from the NFT space and he's traded his way, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's made over $100,000 trading NFTs, then, he has some kind of track record, right? Like, it doesn't matter if he's a high schooler or if he's 40 years old or 50 years old. He has that track record, and I will always support people who are native to the NFT space compared to people who are not. Talking a little bit about the art, I will mention that like it has its in a simplistic way, because some people are saying like, oh, it's so simple, this is like some easy stuff. In a simplistic way, it's very similar to Cool Cats. And given that this person is pretty young, I think he's in high school or just finished high school, I can imagine a lot of people who are young in the NFT space would resonate with the founder being somebody so young as himself. And I think it could work out really well. Some of the people could like rock it on their profile picture and whatnot. moving on. Nebula, right? If you look at what they're trying to do here, is basically one of the first times I've seen that they're doing something with MP4. So let me read what this said. With the release of Gen 1, the Nebula 41 NFT project, a user will be able to enter a word or a phrase and create an AI-generated art piece that includes a full MP4 rendering, meaning a video. So they're taking the whole concept, like if you really never got into art blocks, they're taking some concept from that, meaning it's AI generated, and then now it's a video. So I have a thing, right? Like I talked about the trifecta in the beginning of the video. Sometimes if it's a brand new concept, you can disregard other parts and still get in if the concept of it is brand new. For example, Wolf Game, anonymous founder. We don't know much about the project. It came out of nowhere, but saw the concept was really powerful. It's an on-chain new concept, and this is in the similar direction. So I'm not gonna go much more into it. You can check this out, see if you like it. And last project, guys, absolute slam dunk going on here, My Pet Hooligan. This project right here is doing some crazy stuff. First of all, let's take a look at the art. Pretty cool already. From the art itself, you know, the website catches your attention. So the story, very similar to some of the on-chain Wolf Game derivatives we've been looking at, but I can tell you for sure, 100% right now, this is not a derivative of Wolf Game or any of those kind of games, okay? Here's a little bit about the story. It's basically, you know, you can earn and farm carrots, and it's going to be bunnies, and they're basically going to be, you know, the story goes that they're going to be free themselves from the captivity and realize the potential of the free world. Okay, cool. So far we got a hint at the art, which looks decent. The utility, which looks pretty good. Some kind of staking is involved. Some kind of recurring income is involved. Okay, so looking good, decent over there. Now it's about the founders, and this is where this project really shines. First guy, Colin Brady, Chief Creative Officer and Chief Technology Officer at a PIXAR alumni, celebrated animation visionary, known for his work in Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Game of Thrones, Hugo. I mean, need I say more? Go to LinkedIn. This guy was in PIXAR. He was in these kind of things that they're talking about, creative director. So absolute top-notch, 10 out of 10 in the founder side. Okay, next guy online. Kevin Mack, Unreal Engine Technical Director at AMGI Studios, which is a real company. If you look at them, they basically, like, this is what they work on. They make graphics and work on media and creating projects and rendering 3D avatars and stuff. This is like basically these guys, they're the real deal. Like, they're the real deal when it comes to the type of people you need to make this kind of, you know, like do a lot in the NFT space, right? And not to mention, the mint price is also not crazy. They have a standard mint price for a project and a team that's this crazy. So super excited for this one. I mean, it's pretty clear out of the couple projects I mentioned today, that if I had to pick one, this would be the one that I'm completely most bullish on. Again, guys, just a reminder, no financial advice. If you like these kind of videos where I really try to go down and find out the trifecta of the NFT world and bring to you in a silver platter that are my best shots and ones that I'm personally getting in as well, here it is. Please go down below and press like, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter so you can get these notifications as soon as it comes. And guys, if you just look at my last the calls I made pretty recently, you've seen that one of them did a 2x, one of them did a 3 to 4x within a week, right? At this time in the space, it's not easy to do that. I'll just leave it at that. NFT space right now, as of right now, with how markets are choppy, it's not the easiest thing to do that. So if you like these kind of calls that I'm making and you're getting some kind of benefit out of it, please go down below and like and subscribe, and it'll really help out the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.